Hi, I've just returned from Starbucks having a coffee, and on the way back I was thinking about how disconnected people are today. I was in line waiting for a few minutes, and none of the people ahead of me really engaged the barista the way that I thought they should. I mean, saying good morning, how are you? Things, just normal greetings. And then I looked around and I was realizing that most of the people coming into the walk-in, because this is not a drive-in, it's a walk-in, the one I go to. But the people coming in were really just grabbing things and going, grab and go, without any kind of social interaction. And I'm thinking, this is really the pathway that most people are taking today. You drive by shopping centers and see fast food stores where the people are lined up in their cars, not getting out of the car and going in and engaging anybody, but just waiting in their car, isolated. And I think this particularly is a real social issue today. It happened after COVID more so than ever before, where people were working at home and now they're unwilling to go back. And I've talked to people who work in offices who are working now remotely, and explain to them, or giving them my observation, that if they hadn't worked in an office, they wouldn't have any of these friends, because we get together with people with whom we've worked over the years, because we developed great relationships with them. But if we hadn't worked with them directly, we would not have these kinds of relationships. And people, therefore, it's my observation, are becoming more and more disparate. I mean, for example, young people, particularly, having their faces in the phones all the time, or in their iPads, or whatever they're engaging with. Some now are actually confiding in cyborgs, holographs that look just like a real person. And, they're spilling their emotional thoughts with this thing, and it's coming back with ideas and recommendations, and the young people are taking those recommendations as gospel and going out and doing the things that the cyborg's telling them to do. And this is beyond Orwellian. This is beyond anybody's imagination at this point. So I think what I'm saying today is the most important thing for us to do is to engage with people with whom we don't know, with people who are strangers in stores. Say hello, give people a smile. I mean, there's a difference between a flirtatious smile and a solid hello or goodbye or how are you. There's a difference. And people cannot be afraid to engage with other people. If you do not do that, you will become more and more isolated. And that is a big problem today with humanity in general. Isolation. People are isolated. And being connected on a telephone is not the way to become connected. The last thing I'm going to say is with regard to public libraries, because that's what I've done for 50 years. And with public libraries, the public library's best defense against the singularity, against the fact that people are going to be using their phones and using Google and beyond Google. I mean, AI is definitely on the horizon. It's going to create great disruptions. And to prevent those disruptions to be cataclysmic, library people have to understand that customer service is the basis for the public library, and to remember that, and to go forward with an attitude, which I've found in most well-run libraries, is engagement. When people come into the library, how can I help you? Hello, this is a great day, whatever that might be. And then to go forward and actually show people how much the library can help them beyond the question. So with that, I'll say sayonara, and until the next time.